Hello and welcome to a new video. Today it's about zones and the announcement that this feature has been released and it's now available for everyone on the platform. You can find zones in your sidebar. As a note, we are still considering this beta, but this feature is fully functional and tested for large-scale production. Please send us your feedback, and the general reason for still having this as beta is because right now you can add an unlimited amount of zones, and we consider changing this in the future so that you have just a limited amount of zones for free versions and then more zones on paid plans. Here's how it works. So what you need is a workspace which has devices that record their positions using a location field, and this field needs to be marked as the device location. So like in this workspace here. Then everything else will happen automatically. You go into the zones feature, into the list, add a new zone, select a place, and then basically create geofence around that place. And then the determination if a device is inside the zone, but also the KPI generation, like how many or most crowded zone, least crowded zone. And then also if we go into a zone like this one here, this is the most crowded one, we can see some statistics like the average time that a device stays inside of a zone, number of devices, and new devices within the last 24 hours. This is calculated automatically. We also provide an audit log for each zone and for all zones in total. You can add text to zones, and you can now work with the new rule engine. So we tied up the zones feature to that rule engine, and this is actually pretty easy. So you have a couple of new triggers. Zone entry will be triggered if a device enters a zone. Zone length of stay will be triggered if, for example, the device is longer inside a zone than 60 minutes, for example. And we have zone exit if a device exits a zone. And all of them support filtering devices by tags. On triggers, for example, we do have the option to include zone name, and a couple of other statistics. So like in here, we are sending this to a webhook, and you can use the device ID, device name, zone name, the entered at timestamp, and the length of stay if you selected, for example, the zone length of stay trigger. And then for sure you can add conditions as well. This works in collaboration with the generic features of Datacake. That means that you can basically define your own dashboard and have some custom, this is random data, but basically some data for simulation. Let me choose a different device here so you can see it in here. And it also records the track as always. This works from accessing, you can access this from the zones feature, click on that. We can click on the map. Now you can see all of your devices and their actual positions and also the zones that you created. And if you click on one of those, you can see, okay, this is the preview. And of course, you can enter the sidebar dashboard. That's it. It's released. Go ahead and test it out yourself. Let us know your feedback. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.